Alright, I'm back with another Destiny 2 video. I was wondering what was going to happen at Reset here, and I think it's just the launch of these new Vanguard alerts, which is Bungie's way of putting Nightfalls back into the game, sort of. Not calling them Nightfalls, maybe because the giant super weapon thing we just blew up in the campaign is a Nightfall, I don't know. So yeah, this is the new equivalent of like a Grandmaster Nightfall. But it's more than that. It's not just that, which is going to be a little confusing at first, and I think a lot of people don't quite know what this is doing or where to go to get this stuff. So, okay. So the GM thing, and if you see me running a really easy strike here, that is part of what I'm talking about. Also, I have not played Liminality, I don't think, since like the final shape, so I'm getting lost a lot. The GM thing, you go to Portal, and then at the top there will be a thing for Vanguard alerts, and it will show you the different things you can run for Vanguard alerts that will get you various drops. And the GM one, if you complete it, you will get, with the whatever score, you will get a Masterworked Horror's Least, which will, your tier 5, which will also have a second origin trait, so it's a wholly unique weapon. Sort of like Adept, except that didn't have a dual origin trait. That is -50. It's, you know, we're going back to the skull enemy super hard days, and I know a lot of people have been missing GMs, so some people may be excited about that. I ran it twice with randoms. One time a fallen pike killed all of us in about 4 seconds. The second time we were doing the little stand on a plate thing, and a mini boss froze us and shattered us, and we all instantly died. And I thought that was about enough of that, because I don't care that much about a Horror's Least anyway. So this, you know, the people looking for challenge or whatever, going back to Nightfalls, this is supposed to be the, you know, interim thing for that. So that's fine. That's kind of what I expected. But what I didn't really expect is what they did separately from this, which is you go to the Vanguard alerts thing, and I forgot to check if there's a Crucible one too. I think there's a Crucible one, but all you have to do is play 3 missions in the Fireteam Ops playlist, that is just the normal one, and then play 3 missions in the Arena Ops playlist. Again, I forgot to look, but maybe 3 Crucible games, I think. And you will get, depending on your power level, if you're getting tier 5 drops, you will get a tier 5 drop of the new Rocket Pulse, which is the Arc one, and that too will be masterworked, and it has the Blaster origin traits that is on the shinies that reloads ammo from reserves and stuff. It doesn't reduce heat because this is not a heat weapon, so it's kind of just slapped on there, but there is a benefit to it. And it's, you know, I'd rather have that than a Horror's Least, and all it took was, I don't know, 40 minutes of running 3 of these strikes, and it's kind of like you can't lose, and it's just so easy. Like, I think it's the easiest thing you can run in the game other than Patrol, because there is no mode past normal in the match-made mode. This used to be like shitty when it exists in the normal Portal, because you can't get like any good loot from it, where like the quote-unquote catch here is the drops at the end are 400 power, but they're still tier 5s if you're at tier 5 level. So I'm getting like, I don't know, 5 tier 5 drops at the end of this, and then after 3 I got the Masterwork version of this. So that's just kind of strange. I just wasn't really expecting this to be the way it is and how this was going to go. The catch is you can only do this on one account. So once you run out of playlist things to do for your 2 or 3 or whatever it is weapons that are coming with that this week, then you're done. Whereas the GM, you can just keep farming, I think, and you know, that's something that's more repeatable than these playlist things. You can keep going on the playlist and you earn some other stuff, but in terms of just getting that weapon, you get a guaranteed drop on your first 3 there. And so if you want free loot, this is about as free as you get, since you're guaranteed to get one of these after just 3 of these playlist missions. I mean, I'm not going to say no to free loot. It's just kind of hilarious to me that the polar opposite things you could be doing in the game, probably one of the hardest things they have in the game now, this new Grandmaster Nightfall, which is not a Nightfall, and then paired with the easiest strike playlist or arena playlist that you can play is both giving you the same kind of loot, at least. I don't know, just kind of cracks me up. So this is a message for you to go find that little tab. Again, it's under portal. It's at the top. It says, it's kind of hard if you go like into the portal, into the individual things. It's, if you just go to the top where it says Vanguard alerts, it'll just list all of them right there, and you can just run them straight from there. So you're like very clear as to what's going to give you something. If you hover over them or whatever, you have to hold down E to see the challenge or whatever the console button is, and then it will show you if you have a weapon available. Like I just beat 3 and then I hold it and then there's no more weapon there. There's like other stuff. So just don't overrun it and, you know, forget that you're not going to get anything else. So that's the thing. Bungie's been, I would say, very generous with loot lately, and that is no exception today. I'm curious what people who like GMs are going to make of the new GM thing. I've never been the biggest fan of GMs. I just think they're kind of a slog. I know there are ways to speedrun GMs and blah, 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 but like, I am not a pro GM speedrunner person. I'll do some ultimate level frontiers. That's my difficulty threshold right now. So, you know, go get your horrors least. I don't know what the second origin trade is on that. I'm assuming it's a different one than what we have for here. Maybe it's awesome. Maybe it's totally worth running just because of that. But yeah. So anyway, that is Vanguard alerts. If I find out anything else about this, I'll post it in a pinned comment because I just sort of finished my first couple of runs here, and I'm going to investigate a few more things, but that's kind of the gist of it. Go get your guaranteed ones whenever you want. Are Vanguard alerts happening every week? Can you do this every week? I'm assuming so, but yeah, so have fun out there. Get some good crazy drops for no cost at all. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.